and welcome to the Women's Marketing Club. I'm Laura Blacklaws and I am co-founder of this really exciting new concept. Now today I am really excited to be speaking to the lady who I'm going to be interviewing. She's incredible. She's so authentic, someone I completely relate to, look up to. She's done a brilliant job in business. So I'm super excited to introduce you today to Jo Soley. Now I'll introduce her quickly, but I will not take up too much of your time and I'll let her do the talking for herself. But Jo helps passionate female entrepreneurs to build their business and reach the next level of success using her heart-centred marketing approach. Now, Jo, being heart-centred is something that a lot of our listeners may not be aware of. So can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
Hi, Laura. Thank you for inviting me here today. So yes, like you said, I help passionate female entrepreneurs build their businesses and reach the next level of success. And I do this using my heart-centered marketing approach. And when I say heart-centered, it's not fluffy or woo-woo. It's caring more about the client than their money, because people do business with you if they love you, know you, and trust you. It's not enough to be liked, known, and trust. In this busy world, we have to be loved. So part of the heart-centered piece is holistic marketing, it's relationship marketing, and everything I do is bespoke to my clients because everybody's business is different. So yeah, it's holistic marketing.
I've been on my own journey of self-development recently, and I've realised that actually when you connect with someone on a deeper level, you get so much more out of them and the service that they're offering them.
No, definitely, yeah.
Oh, that's fab. So what inspired you to do what you do, Jo?
So I used to work a lot in marketing. I was a business development manager for a large adventure park in Devon. I did a lot of networking, and women-only groups were kind of where I felt most at home. So when I started my business, it felt naturally that this was my niche. My business is called Your Brilliant Business Angel. My logo is quite steely, like me. I get stuff done, but there's the heart-centered piece with the wings of the angel with the chakra colours. So a lot of my clients stand in that holistic space. I love seeing women build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Women work very differently to men. There's no judgment here. We're just different species. We're born differently. So I lived in Devon when I started my business, and I had a local community down there. My business grew very quickly, but I offered everything I could. So event management, PR, social media marketing, business planning, because I thought I needed to offer everything. And then what happened, I moved 5.5 hours across the country and would go to networking groups, and that tactic didn't work because I didn't have a community. I wasn't liked, known and trusted, or loved, known and trusted. So trying to offer everything was far too confusing because I didn't have a clear message. So pretty quickly I realised I needed a message. So now I lead on helping business owners carve their message so it carries impact and their ideal client wants to learn more. And then from here, there's a whole 7-step system. Looking at who your avatar is, looking at pain points by results, looking at package staircase, their brand, content, and conversion piece.
Wow. So you're offering you're really making people kind of hone in on you. You're kind of getting them to really focus on who their ideal customer is and how they can best market to them.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, brilliant. And what would you say has been the best thing about setting up your own business?
For me, it's the freedom to work with women, gorgeous women, on a daily basis, and they've got a big message to share in the world. Nothing works unless you do, and a lot of it's mindset. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. So it's helping people get these shifts, because half the time there's there's two levels, what's going on, but then what's really going on. So when a lot of my work is mindset as well, when we look at what's really going on, then they feel empowered to step outside their comfort zone and take action to get the result. Yeah, and also I love being free to make decisions, free to step up and show up, because nothing works unless you do, like I just said.
Yeah. And it sounds really cliche, doesn't it, using those phrases, but that's that's what it is. There's no kind of change in the situation. Just, I love
definitely.
Nothing works unless you do. Now, we all know that with the good stuff often comes the ugly. So are there any challenges that you can share with our listeners today and explain a little bit about how you overcame them?
So, running your own business definitely brings up your own stuff because it's the perfect platform for personal development. We literally are selling ourselves. And as women, this can be challenging because we need to stand up and show up and put our head above the parapet and be counted. And if someone doesn't buy our goods or services, it can feel like rejection. The pricing, positioning, and marketing is all very personal. I think this gets easier over time, but it's important to have a system. So it's like New Level, New Devil. It's, Gay Hendricks, The Big Leap is a good book. There's always the next glass ceiling to break through. And with that comes another set of problems. So, in the beginning, your problems may be, well, who is your avatar and what are their problems and pain points? But a few years down the line, that will be your problem as well, because you evolve and you up level and you realize that maybe the avatar you chose isn't the one that you actually get the best results with, and it's somebody else. And maybe you didn't spend on your branding, and that's really telling. Maybe you haven't got a coach and you need to invest in one. I say turn your mess into your message. So whatever you've struggled with, share that. Share obviously from the scar and not the wound, but help people understand too that you can take them through a door because you've walked through it.
This whole thing at the minute about authenticity, and I think being able to share your experience, even if it wasn't a great experience for you, will help somebody else along the way.
No, definitely.
That's one of the reasons why we're recording these podcasts, is because we want women in business to know that whatever they're feeling, whatever they've been through, whatever they've got to come, it's all normal. And we want to create a community of women who aren't afraid to share their struggles, because actually it's the struggles that help the breakthroughs.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So what would you say has helped you to grow your business and attract more clients?
So I say, get big, get niche, or get out. Understanding my market and my avatar and how I help them is critical to my success. People buy results. You need to sell the transformation. You need to sell the sizzle, not the sausage. So I definitely stand in a place to help holistic businesses. And as people know people like them, my business has grown through my niche because I'm known in my field as the go-to business angel to help you, get clarity on your marketing to get results in the spiritual arena. So my ideal client promotes and refers me, and the referral piece is very powerful because people trust word of mouth.
Also, recently set up a networking group, haven't you?
Yeah, well, it's already been set up, so I'm not reinventing the wheel. But I've got two groups which are full. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So it's full of my ideal client. And the first one got 28 members in them since September, and the second one's got 15 in 6 weeks.
Wow.
It's grown really, really quickly, and they are beautiful groups. It's part of Pop Connect, which has 14 groups up and down the country. Mainly Essex, Cambridge and Hertfordshire. So I've kind of brought a couple into Hertfordshire. My Hertford group's very, very holistic, and then my Stevenage group is a little bit more businessy, but still heart-centred.
And like you say, your vibe attracts your tribe. So people who resonate with you, who want to learn from you, are going to come to a group knowing that there are going to be like-minded women, you know, that they're going to be spending 2 hours with over lunch and getting to know. Now, I imagine that you have read lots of books to help you in business. Obviously, we can't learn everything from experience alone, but are there any books or authors or influencers who you think would really benefit our listeners?
So when I work with my clients, I do recommend The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks. This helped me so much because, as I said before, new level, new devil. We never stop growing. There's always an upper limit. So it's like, how are you keeping yourself stuck? How can you move past your obstacles? How can you reach the next level? I love Louise. Sorry, not Louise. I love Denise Duffield Thomas. Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and she's amazing. So and she's like, her avatar's changed and she's changed, so she's a good one to follow. Debbie Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back, Judgment Detox, Rebecca Campbell, Light is the New Black. They're all good. There's a group that I hang out in and I get a lot of value from, which is Lenka Lutonska from Overlook, the Fully Booked, freaking amazing women. There's 6,500 women in there, so 6,500 women can't be wrong. And she's just been interviewed by the Daily Mail recently. She's great.
I think our listeners will definitely be kept busy with those ones. Thank you. Is there one piece of advice that you think will really help our listeners today, or maybe something you've had to learn along the way but wish you were told before you set up your own business?
So just remember, sales solve everything and fortune's in the follow-up. So perfection keeps you poor. So yeah, you need a website. Yeah, you need branding. Yes, you need a lead magnet. Yes, you need a list. But if you can go out and sell something today, which you can, everyone's got something they can sell, and reach out to 5 people and make an offer and then follow up, then, you know, sales do solve everything, because bringing money in will keep you calm. It's miserable running a business without any cash flow. So the done is better than perfect. Perfection definitely keeps you poor. You can do these things over a period of time, but what can you offer to your tribe today to bring the money in? And remember, one product, one market, one solution.
Anyone would think this is what you do as your day job.
Funny that.
Oh, it's brilliant. And it's so great actually talking to you as well, because, you know, the last time I actually saw you physically was probably over a year ago. And, you know, even the change that I've seen in you in that time, you've just really kind of flourished and blossomed. And it's really great to hear that, you know, you're just making an impact on so many different businesses, and you've really nailed down that avatar. So you are definitely walking the talk. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So before we end the podcast interview, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of listeners who would love to get in touch, whether it's to find out more about your journey or even to kind of work with you and really, you know, hone in on those 7 steps. What is the best way for our listeners to get in touch with you, Jo?
So my website is allthews.josoley.com. Soley is Sierra Oscar Lima Echo Yankee.com, or you can email me, jo@josoley.com. If you go on my website, there's a freebie, 7 steps to get clarity in your business, and you can book a call with me via Calendly as well.
Oh, brilliant. So loads of ways to get in touch there with Jo and learn from her experience. Now, one last question before I go, Jo. Is there a seminar that you went to, or is there like an influencer who you follow who has been a real game changer in your business?
Well, I mentioned Denise Duffield Thomas and Gabby. I saw them last year. I'm seeing Gabby again this year. Julianne Hart, if people follow her, she's intuitive coach. She's in a similar space to Elizabeth Peru. Everything we need is within us. we don't actually need to learn anything. We just need to connect with the right people to help them facilitate it and bring it out of us.
Jo, thank you. It's been brilliant, hearing your knowledge, and thank you very much for sharing it today with our listeners. I'm going to bid you farewell and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, take care.
Thanks, Jo. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.